Chill Out Records. Chill Out Records. Chill Out Records. Chill Out Records.
What's up, my people? Thank you for checking out the channel. And I'm your host, SG. And today I was like, it's a chilled out Sunday. I might as well give some homage, some tribute to our godfather, Mr. Kevin Samuels. If you guys haven't heard about this guy, we're going to talk about this dude and what he has been preaching until he sadly passed away in I think it was 2022 May. And man, I was just watching some of his content, and I just have to say, man, this guy was a beast. This guy was a beast. I can't stress this enough. So we'll go through some of this stuff. Now, I know we were supposed to have the whole session with the ladies, the bullshitting 101, but unfortunately, you know, when you depend on women, oh, I'm not feeling so good. I'm feeling a little sick, so I might not be able to make it. Yeah. I came here alone. I will leave alone. First of all, I want to shout out to 141 subscribers. I got 141 subscribers, man. I cannot thank you guys enough. I salute you guys. Thank you guys for supporting me. Like, you have no idea how much. Like, I just woke up today and I just saw the numbers and I'm like, what? I've hit 141. Now, I know for most of you people over there with your OF accounts, pretty sure you guys are like, these are rookie numbers, man. You need to pump these numbers up. But for me personally, man, this is an achievement. It's through hard work and dedication. And I was like, you know what? I can't let this opportunity go. I got to get on here. And even if it's just to give tribute to Mr. Kevin Samuels today, then let it be known. So I'm gonna just read an article that I saw over here. I really liked what this guy was talking about. A bit, people were saying a bit too controversial, but personally, I kind of feel like most of his thoughts and everything that he was talking, most of the stuff that he was talking about, actually all of the stuff that he was talking about, made so much sense, especially in today's generation. It's just sad that we lost him at such a young, such a actually relatively young age, because I mean 53, he passed away at 53. There was so much value that he was adding. He had so much knowledge and experience. He was an image consultant, and so let's look at his biography and see what this guy is all about. So, born and raised March 13th, 1969. So, he passed away at the age of 53. Yeah. Oh, man. That really sucks. May 2022 was when he passed away. And I'm not going to go into like all the details. His net worth was 4 million. Can you freaking believe that? I was shocked to hear that. Like, I knew he was well off, but I didn't know he was this well off. But that's pretty cool, and all because of his successful career as an image consultant, YouTuber, and social media influencer. And his financial success was a reflection of his impact and popularity in the industry, of course. He had conducted interviews with famous personalities like Nicki Minaj, T.I., Brittany Renner, and whatever, who helped him gain more engagement, which was amazing. And he was on all social platforms, all social media platforms: YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Now, I kind of found out about him through Better Bachelor. So Better Bachelor was another YouTuber that I've been watching, and also Rich Cooper, Entrepreneurs in Cars, who I've also been watching very closely. And they've really inspired me to be the person that I am today and the YouTuber that I am today. And I look at their content and I'm like, holy crap, I need to be following these guys in their footsteps, man. These guys are beasts. So one of those guys had talked about him, and then I was like, okay, let me go and check him out. And the sad thing is I learned about him in the start of 2022, I think January or February. So I was lucky. I was one of the few that was lucky to at least watch him live in action. And it was just amazing. Like, when he just came through and just started talking about, the modern woman and what a high value man is, and how to achieve these goals, and what kind of things to do in order to form a really good relationship. I was just completely like, whoa, man, this guy, it just made sense. Everything just made sense. And then you look at, he came down with statistics. He brought actual figures. Like, he'd go and do the research, come back with actual figures, and it was just amazing. Sab, thank you for checking out the channel. I just couldn't not do it. Yes, well, I wanted to be with you guys here with the whole bullshit and win. But someone was not feeling well, and it was me or something. But whatever, whatever. I'm not even going to say me. I was actually ready. You people are the people who drive this channel. This session, the Sunday session. But what are you so surprised about now? It doesn't make any sense. I was okay. Even if I wasn't motivated, did we have content? No. You guys have a whole week to come up with an idea, some questions. Oh, I wasn't ready. Oh, really? You're gonna point that on me? I wasn't ready. Oh, please. Get the hell out of here. Look, you lost your opportunity. We had content. What content did we have? There was nothing. Let me tell you something. It's even after I have presented everything to you on a freaking silver platter like this, here's the platform, here's the animations, here's the sound effects. Look at all these things, all the production work I'm doing. we were going to play a game. Oh, bullshit, man. We're not doing anything. We're not doing any of that now. This is a different session now. I've decided to do my own session. So we're not doing the Sunday thing now. We're going to be giving tribute to Mr. Kevin Samuels. If you haven't heard about him and the stuff that he was talking about, man. Like, I was just watching his content today. I was like, you know what? He really inspired me to just go live. And I said, what do you mean we will? We will next weekend, not this weekend. We're not doing anything today with you guys. What? Well, okay. At least YouTube wouldn't remove that comment out. Let me see if I can remove it. Put user in timeout. Ooh, I like that. I have the power. I can put you in timeout. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. Look, it is what it is. One of the team members was down, and we are only as fast as our slowest team member. So it is what it is. All right, let me go back to this guy. We're here giving tribute to Mr. Kevin Samuels, man. We're not here for your for your crazy comments. Oh, hang on a second, by the way. Let me see if I can put the live chats somehow on the screen when I'm screen sharing. At least that way, because you see, when I don't screen share, you can see the chats. But when I screen share, I don't have the live chats here. So let me see what I can do right now. So chat overlay, duplicate. Okay, so there we go. We've got our chat overlay on that thingy, and let's put it inside the screen share box right there, and then unlock that. And let's move this. Oh, but it's white text. Crap. Hold on a second here. Where do I put this? Let's put it up here. Does that look okay? Or do I put it next to... Ooh, actually, let me put it next to my face. There we go. That looks pretty cool. Is that... Can you read that, though? If you can. Or is it too small? Okay, so let's go back to what I was doing. So let's see. All right, today we're just going to be watching this guy's content and listening to what this guy's talking about, because it's just some interesting stuff, man. There was I paused it exactly at this section because, man, when he said these things, and I was like, you're saying it's too small. Okay, 1 second here. Un momento. All right, 1 second. It is too small. Now, if I make it too big, where can I freaking stick this? Let me put it above me then. And let me just line it up with my picture there. All right, what do you think about that? Is that better? Testing. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. What do you think? It kind of covers most of the content, but it's fine. We'll make this full screen. Okay, yes. So back to what this guy was saying. Okay. So there was this part that he was just talking about Christian women, and he was talking about how if they say that they're following Christianity, right? What is their role? And like the way he just explains it was just amazing. So let's just listen to some of the things that he was saying. I'm just gonna go back a little bit here, and he interviews multiple women, different women with different they come with their different stories and all that kind of stuff, and he talks to them, and just the way he engages everyone is just amazing. I mean, man, I follow this dude I just watch all his old content, and most of his content that he's done, which is like amazing, doesn't even get shown because he's passed away, so no one's really managing his account anymore. It's sad, but I mean he had like valuable information that he just shared.
It sounds like
Okay.
you. Hold on, ma'am. And it sounds like you picked poorly. I'm not
I did.
judging you. Hold on.
Okay, I hope you guys can hear what he is saying. Just let me know in the comments.
I'm not judging you. Why haven't you remarried then?
Actually, to be honest with you, I enjoy being single.
I bet you do.
I do. I enjoy being single.
You better enjoy it, because I don't think
I
anybody
want-
else will want to put up with this. Because see, the energy you're coming at this thing, ma'am. Look,
I have suitors, but I enjoy.
you can have
enjoy being-
ladies. You can have suitors all you want to, but that shit runs out after about 50. You can have suitors all you want to. Bottom line is this: you came in and said, "Well, why isn't Kevin not married?" Kevin has been married. Kevin knows what he's talking about. That's why people
Okay.
come to my show. People don't come here because I don't know what I'm talking about. But what it does show is that, ma'am, you don't seem to understand what I'm talking about or what this means, because you're by yourself. You have a son?
I do.
Oh my God. So, well, what do you think the prospects are going to be like for him?
As far as the women that he chooses,
Sure.
I think the prospects are going to be very good.
Really?
Because I do.
Okay.
honestly.
Okay. So, how old is he?
He's 10.
10. So, I did a show last night asking if competitive, successful, or high value black men should marry out. And to the woman on the panel last night, black mothers of black sons were saying, yeah, because the young ladies today are pretty bad off. You think the prospects are good for your son right now with broken family after broken family? Because to bring us up to speed, your mother married a man who had a problem with alcohol. You married, and that was a broken family. And she had to raise you by herself. You married a man.
Well, she got remarried after my father.
Okay.
But okay.
All right. Well, still, you married a man who couldn't keep a job and have another broken family. So this will be the second or third generation, and you're raising a boy without a male role model and a dominant mother. Dominant mothers tend to make weak boys.
Oh,
Well, he's not weak. He's very assertive.
Okay, you're right. Okay, where's this? And the male influence is where?
Throughout my church, mentorship programs. It's not like there's no male influence, like there's no testosterone around him and he's just dripping estrogen.
Yeah, the black men have left the church in mass, ma'am.
Right.
So,
Haven't left mentorship
okay.
program.
All right. So I would tell you this. From what I'm hearing from his mother, you sound very domineering.
yes, Ab, you're saying it's so true that fathers are equally important for children growing up. Yeah, exactly, man.
No,
And
I
that's what
just
he's just
sound
trying to
like I know what I'm
explain
talking-
that to her,
You can
and
say
she's
that.
not
You
even.
can sound just. Yeah, you do. You're right. I don't know what I'm talking about. You sound just like.
No, I didn't
You're
say
right.
that
You're right, ma'am. And the thing is, I got no dog in this fight, but I would tell you.
You know what I love about this dude? When he just can't he just can't tolerate any bullshit, he will just cut her off completely. He'll be like, yo, I can't deal with this anymore.
You sound just like the
Her
energy
ego's hurt.
is
She's
coming across
dominating.
just like
Oh, yeah.
Ronnie Love, just like many women who
Wait,
have
Wait,
listen,
wait. The next caller comes in.
women who
Wait,
have
wait. The next caller comes in.
listen,
There's
I think
many
I
women
went
who
back
women
too
who
far
have
back.
poor relationships.
But Sab, I'm warming you up to some of his content,
Poor
and anyone else who's
relationship
watching. But
outcomes with
man,
men.
but you're so combative and you
I'm
don't
not
want to let
combative, man. I'm not combative. I'm just direct, and that's one thing women like you can't deal with. You're used to being in the driver's seat, and I won't allow you to drive. I'm driving this. This not combative, ma'am.
street, but it seems to be one way.
No, there's a right way. So I hope the best for that young man. I really do. I really do. Some women just call to sit up and argue with you, get their rocks off. I'm not going to let you get your rocks off. Enjoy.
you love this guy already. You have no idea, man. Some of the stuff that he's talked about
He's
and
got
said.
suitors,
Oh,
though.
the Godfather, man. The Godfather. Man, I wish I
You
discovered this
got
guy earlier.
suitors. And you need to go ahead and mute that in the background.
There's one caller.
No, you need to mute the YouTube channel.
I think this is the one. This is the one now. Hold on.
Y'all didn't know Lonnie was going to call into the show tonight. You're combative. Women like her don't know how to deal with a man who knows what he's talking about. Michelle, you need to unmute yourself and turn off the YouTube channel. How are you?
I think she's the one. I think she's the one. Okay.
You.
Good.
Good.
So, high value men, successful men, marry women like Jenny Mai, not Lonnie Love. What do you think about that?
Well, I completely agree with Jenny May because she is speaking the truth and what Black women need to hear. But the problem is that I think that Lonnie Love came from a place of insecurity and a defense mechanism where I think she was trying to say that she wants to be heard in a relationship. However, I think that was communicated quite poorly. Oh, sorry, I don't think I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
But I completely agree because I believe that there's power in submission and submission doesn't not equal weakness. And I think that's where Lonnie Love was mistaken. And I think that's where people were attacking her, whereas her approach was very much a defense mechanism.
So let me ask you, in your relationships, do you feel like the men that you're with don't hear you?
Oh, no, not at all, because I learned really early that I did not like being dominant or leading whatsoever. It didn't make me feel in my feminine, and I didn't feel powerful at all leading, even when it comes to dates and etc. I would let the man lead absolutely everything because that's where I felt most powerful. So that's why for many years, since I started dating for the few years, I've always let the man lead.
Let me go ahead. So Michelle, hold on just a second. So to the previous caller, see how that just happened? When a woman comes in her feminine, she can be heard because she's not trying to combat a man. Talking loud. I'm talking to the previous caller, Michelle, just a second. Going back and forth. The reason I muted you is because you, caller, lack what this caller has. That's what you were saying, caller. Lonnie Love was communicating that she wants to be heard, but it's hard for some men don't want to hear women that are coming at them in a masculine way. That's why I think this is a good follow-up call, because this is what we as men naturally do when a woman comes across in a feminine way. We hear, we listen. So thank you for being a good example.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. Have a good day. Bye.
Yeah, bye-bye. And I'm serious to the previous caller. You ladies think by going back and forth with the man that you're proving a point. All you're proving is you haven't learned anything. And that's why I said I feel sorry for your son, because if that's how you talk to men around him, he is learning that it don't mean shit to be a man. You mothers of boys emasculate the French toast out of men around their boys and got the nerve to say, he's going to be a fine man. That boy is going to grow up. Hopefully, I
Mm.
hope he has. It ain't looking too good. I mean, I don't. It just doesn't work out. Domineering mothers don't raise strong sons unless they are blood relatives or committed mentors. Not, I just take him to church and he's around men. That woman has no idea what's going on. You picked a dude that couldn't keep a job. Well, that don't. Why'd you pick a dude that couldn't keep a job? Did you
That
have
was
did you have
exactly what I just
suitors that were
loved
men
about.
who could keep a job? I didn't even get to the questions I normally would ask because I'm like, you're attitudinally unattractive. And I'm not saying this to be mean, but ma'am, your mother picked your father. It didn't work. And you said he was this. You picked your ex. And now you really don't even know where he is. So it's you.
Mm.
You came from a broken family, like so many of us do. Now you got a broken family, and it's all about you and a 10-year-old boy that you cannot raise into manhood. And if you think you can, you are sorely mistaken. So I hope if somebody around you can hear this, can say, hey, sis, you need to sit down and breathe and listen to what that man was saying, because you don't seem to realize your son is growing up into a world of women that operate completely different than even just 10 years ago. And if you're going to tell me, I think the future's looking bright, I don't know what you're looking at. Look, I call it the color purpling of the black community. How many times do we hear that women out here dealing with all this abuse? I'm gonna do the show on abuse next week because I'm tired of hearing this bullcrap. I do not see women being abused. I don't see women. I don't see black women being physically abused. Never really have. I'm gonna just say it. I never really have seen black women being abused. In my entire life, I have known of one woman, and that was one of my mother's friends back in the 70s. One. And she and her husband, or she and her man, they would fight each other. One. Emotional abuse. I will tell you, the emotional abuse comes from women to men, not men to women. And it's time we had this conversation because I'm tired. There's so many of you women who hide behind this abuse. Da, da, da. You're the
Yeah,
loud,
we've
strong,
always heard about
independent,
this. Oh,
sassy sapphire coming out your mouth, blah, blah, blah. Y'all
my
are,
previous relationship was so abusive. I have heard stories of where women say, yes, my previous relationship was so abusive and all that kind of stuff. I'm sorry, I have to pause this guy for a second, but fine. But for people to break up, there has to be like two people going at each other. It can't be just one-sided. Because normally when someone breaks up with someone else, it's like they'll say all the negative things about that person, but never acknowledge any negative things about yourself. Like, what did you do wrong in the relationship? No, it was the other person. Let's point fingers. Let's blame this other person.
you go back to it acting like black men have had this power
Let
over
me
you
see if I can
guys.
find that part of the video. I think it was here, maybe.
You should have to prove what you're talking about. If you want to talk about abuse, I need to see some police reports.
Let me see if I can. I think it's here. There's one caller that came in. Oh man, it was just like he just spit some facts, and I was like, "Holy crap!"
No, this is not right. Abuser, prove it. Prove it. Prove it. In our anger. One.
Takes two to
Go back and
tango.
listen to the shows. But I've had countless women say it happened. And when I asked the question,
You're saying takes two to tango. I feel like women nowadays are just so used to blaming their partners, and it's not funny. They love playing the victim even when they're at fault. That is so freaking true, man.
I
Just
don't
take
know what I'm talking
responsibility. If you did something wrong, just man up to it. They always say man up, but let me see if I can find those
Ma'am,
one
hold on,
caller
hold
that
on, hold on.
he was talking about.
Hold on. Do you have any children?
One by him.
Right. So he wouldn't keep a job, meaning that once y'all got married to Christ in the what? Do you, no, no. I think
Yes,
because
yes.
No,
hold on, listen, because that
Mhm.
train never stops. Comments right now. You should be having a conversation with me.
And I am. I'm responding to you. So I was actually going to answer your question.
I
Is that
think
okay?
it's here.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm looking at, before I answer your question, I'm looking at the comments and I see some people saying I'm a feminist. I'm not. I
Hold on, hold
definitely
on.
agree
You're
with
looking at
you.
hold on. You're
No,
looking
it's
at the
not here.
comments where?
Freaking hell, man! I wish I'd bookmarked it or something.
A fat person, for example. So I just asked the question and just was wondering. But
So
I was trying to be condescending.
you mean that a person who's married would give better advice?
Well, I think a person who was in a marriage where the wife was submitting, or if she was a submissive wife, would give good advice. I'm not saying that.
Hold on. How about, but he would give good advice for his wife.
Right,
That's one person.
right. But at
See, the
least he
problem
had.
the problem with what you're saying, ma'am, is if
Mhm.
people only spoke about what they were actually doing at that time, no one could speak about anything. Because
No,
hold on, listen, because that
Mhm.
train never stops. Because what you're saying is, well, you should be married, and then your wife should be submitting, and then she should be submitting, and you should be working, paying all the bills, and then you should be black, and she should be black, and you should be from Texas, and you should have 3 kids, and you should be Christian. It never stops. See, instead, why don't you just judge? Why don't you just judge the information instead of doing what we typically do in the black community and go ad hominem at the person? What was
No,
wrong? No, listen.
okay.
Because if you knew me, you know I've been married. I've been over 3 singles ministries at 3 different churches, and I know what I'm talking about. But
Okay.
you put a test on there that makes no difference. I could be married, but
Mhm.
if I was 2 + 2 is 4, whether I'm married or not.
Okay, but then again, like how she would now, to be clear, I agree with Jeannie. I think a woman should be submissive, but just by the definition of submissive, men have to give women something to submit to. So if
Hold on. Are you
Mhm.
married?
I was married for 8 years before I filed for
Okay.
divorce.
Are you Christian?
Right
I
here it is.
am.
Here it is.
Okay. Still a Christian?
To the day I die.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then this is going to hurt.
Mm.
Men is not supposed to give you something to submit to. You're supposed to submit to God.
First,
No,
and then you.
no, that's who you see. See, I'm a Christian and I've been over 3 singles ministries. Black women have some of the most strange interpretations of the Bible.
So
That's
are
why
you does not that we
mm.
should to our
Ma'am,
husband?
you're not submitting to me. You're submitting to, first off, who are you when you're in marriage, who are you making the agreement with?
You're making the agreement with God and with your husband.
The covenant is
Well,
with God, though.
Mm.
correct.
So you're
And
submitting to what in the man?
you said, what are you submitting to his mission?
No, you're
Submission.
submitting to the God in the man.
Okay.
So that's what you're ultimately submitting to, because man by nature is flawed. You don't submit to failed flesh. You submit to the spirit of the man, God in the man. See, what you're saying is, if you actually were a Christian woman, you would be following God and submitting to the God in your man.
You're going to follow God if you're a
Well, then if
Christian.
that's the case, you said he has to
That's
give you something to submit to, and that's ultimately what you're submitting to.
that's a given, but the
No, it's
man,
not. No, it's not. You're saying he has to give you something to submit to. That's
just like
ultimately what you're submitting to.
we submit to God, we also submitted to Christ in the flesh, right? So that's who he was. He was a fleshly representation of God.
Hold on.
So
You submitted to Christ in the what? No. I think you're conflating some things. But ultimately, ma'am, you said that if a woman needs to submit, a man needs to give her something to submit to. Like what?
correct. I think
Like
that's what.
what?
Well, have a plan for your life first
See,
of all.
again. Now you just went earthly.
How?
Uh, that God does not talk about a plan. Okay.
He said,
Hold
before
on, ma'am. Hold on. What was,
Applies.
hold on,
Okay,
no, you're not gonna talk over me. Hold on. What was Eve's charge?
to be his helpmate.
Exactly. That's it.
Boom.
She didn't
Mic
have to
drop.
submit to his plan or whatever. She was there to help. That's
He
your role.
already
Hold on, ma'am. That's your role. Your
Man, hands down, man. That comeback right there. What was Eve's job? And then she's like, "Oh,
a woman's purpose on the planet is a man, and without a man, you are living uncovered. So I'm
freaking
sorry,
hell.
ma'am. You want to keep talking about a woman should have something to submit to. You're supposed to be submitting to the God in the man, not a purpose, not a plan, not anything else. Or else, if that's the case, you shouldn't have married him in the first place.
But God has a purpose. God has a purpose
And
here.
and who did? Okay, you're right. He has a purpose. And
Mm.
who does God speak that purpose to? Does he speak it to you, or does he speak it to the head?
He speaks it to the head.
Then
Man, that's another mic drop right there. So,
exactly. So you
man, the way he just delivers that freaking precision, like freaking, god damn.
you, or does he speak it to the head? He has a
I
purpose.
gotta go
And
back,
who does
man.
Purpose. God has a purpose
And,
here.
and who did? Okay, you're right. He has a purpose. And who does God speak that purpose to? Does he speak it to you, or does he speak it to the head?
He speaks it to the head.
Then exactly. So
Supposed
you're
to
supposed to follow the head.
I'm supposed to help him. Yeah, I agree.
So you don't need to know the purpose. He does.
Okay,
Adam
but
did
you
not
don't-
have to share that with Eve. All he had to do was know which way to go.
but he had it. He had it. And a
And
lot
who's
of times
okay? And the thing is, your presumption is that then if he had it, then she has to. Then she should submit.
right. And so you have to, as a woman, and you asked the question earlier, why are Black women, I guess the word was scarred to the point to where we don't want, well, some of us don't want to submit. Well, it's what we have tried to submit to up until this point. And we've submitted to abuse.
Hold on. No. I'm not gonna let you. I'm not gonna let you do that on my channel. No,
Okay.
because on my channel we talk about facts. You're gonna talk about abuse. I'm sorry. The facts, the data, statistics are in.
Man,
You ladies
this
talk
guy
about
is a freaking beast, man. There's one more point. There's one other point that he was talking about over here regarding the submission part. So he had he had brought in these 4 women, and they were talking about. So let me just play it from somewhere here. 1 second. Man, this section was crazy.
nest of controversy by just simply saying something that what am I talking about?
This
I
section
tell
was
you what,
crazy.
let her say it yourself. But here's how we're gonna do this, guys. Before we get into it, I'm going to need you guys to keep the engagement up over 50%. Likes, dislikes, it don't matter.
Declined to publicly.
Now, before she even said anything, all this engaged woman said,
Oh yes, yes.
I think
And the way he broke down this video. Okay, let me play it from here. 1 second.
it's going to be best
Okay.
described by
This-
Jeannie herself.
Okay.
Let's get into this thing. Let's get into it, because this is what started all the controversy.
Sab, your comments not getting posted. What did you comment? My comments not getting posted. 1 second, Sab. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can just freaking add you as a moderator from here. Add as moderator. Oh, yes. Managing moderator can manage block words and change chat. Yes, let's just do that. Freaking hell. Sab is now a managing moderator for your channel. Yay. Okay, Sab, you are now a moderator, so you should be able to control the comments yourself and what kind of comments we can add. I don't know if I have any settings in here that like particularly block people from community moderation. I don't know. Let me see. I don't have any blocking here. Allow all comments. And I don't have any options to hold potentially inappropriate chat messages for review. Yeah, I don't have anything like that here. So my channel is good. So I don't know. Just give it a try. Try posting a comment right now if you can. Crap, you must have typed like a long sentence and it didn't go through shit. Can you copy and paste what you had posted and send it to me, maybe private chat, and I'll just post a comment myself. Okay, let's go back to this part here.
This is what started all the controversy. So let's go ahead and kick it off. You guys be nice, be polite, keep the trolling down because this is going to get heated.
So I want to talk about this, you guys. USA Today recently reported that President Trump's nominee for the U.S. Supreme Court, Amy Coney Barrett, has close ties to a Christian religious group called People of Praise, who reportedly teach that it's a wife's job to submit to the will of her husband, as the Bible teaches. So far, Barrett
exactly
has
as the freaking Bible teaches.
Now, before she even
shit, sorry, I have to go back. There's a section where someone says something. I need to stop freaking talking over. Hold on.
Will of her husband, as the Bible teaches. So far, Barrett has declined to publicly.
Now, before she even said anything, all this engaged woman said was that President Trump's nominee thinks that it's a wife's job to submit to her husband. Like 80+% of black women who claim to be Christians purport to be Christians. And she didn't even get out her mouth good before it started. Shout out to Ike.
Discuss her affiliation with People of Praise. I did not even know this existed. But this week, Matthew Cochran of the Federalist defended this viewpoint, arguing.
Look at this. Look at
Look at the
Lonnie
looks.
Love's face.
Lonnie Love is the one here on the top
Unmarried.
left. Let me
Never
see if I
married.
can just hide
Lonnie
the chat for a
Love.
second. That's Lonnie
Unmarried,
Love.
never married Lonnie Love. Remember I said all the brothers are asking for is fit. Lonnie Love ain't been fit for a long time. Cooperative, knock it out. She does have the single part though. And then right down over here, we have none other than another washed up B-list actress who thinks she's got her opinion matters for something. You know, before you saw her on the Steve Harvey show,
Sab, are you able to post a comment now? Or are you still struggling to post a chat? Let me see if I can post a chat. Test chat. Okay, good. Oh, look at you. Now you've got like a nice moderator icon next to your name. Yay! If anyone else joins Reen or Saima, I think I'd add them as moderators too.
Pedals at
I need to find that one section where he was talking about the submissive part.
Before you can get submission, you can need cooperation. Why do unmarried women like Lonnie Love and Garcelle Bouvet think that they have something to tell you women? Not unmarried. I need you to take a look at their ring finger, and it's as dry as French toast.
Do you view this as ridiculous?
What we had?
Right. Do you guys feel as women
This is crazy.
This tension coming up when you hear this?
Submission.
Garcelle, what? It's that
When
word.
I think of
So tell me what
submission,
you
I
think.
think maybe back in the 50s, in the 40s. But I think what is submissive in the 2020? What is submissive? I think we have to define that. And I think
Yes,
for
please tell
me,
us.
it would never work, right? But I think
It would never work.
Stop right there. Always wanting to redefine something.
I'm a queen. You
And
can't
for
tell
me
me
in
shit.
2020, it would never work. That's right. That's why you're going to die alone. This is why you are going to die alone.
Man, this guy is a
And good
beast.
for you. You're going to die alone. So go ahead and you know what you need to do. Buy that dog. You're going to
The
die
sound
alone.
effects are
And these
awesome.
women are proud to be dying alone. So I have no sympathy. People are like, why are you so rude? Why do you say some of these things? Because
You know what the scary part is? These women, maybe 40s, late 40s, almost 50s, are are influencing younger girls today and putting that mindset into our younger ladies. How messed up is that, man?
These women don't care. They know exactly what's coming towards them, and they are not only do they know it, they're proud. So hey, let them have it. Again, Fanny, you ain't been nobody since the 90s. Where'd they even dig you up at? Talking
Shit.
about it would not work. Who wants to marry you in the first place?
Oof. Ouch.
It really is up to the couple. I think you have to decide what is submissive. Is it cooking everything he wants? Is it having his, bath ready when he comes home? Like, what is it? I think that has to be really.
No, hold up, man. You know the way she's even saying, "What is submission? What does it mean to be submissive?" And look at the way she's even some of the tasks that she's talking about, having his bath ready when he comes home. What?
Redefined, but I'm not down for that. You won't get me to be submissive. There are things that I'll give and take in a relationship, but to be completely submissive,
that's compromise.
Like even the word obey when you're getting married in a marriage vow, you say obey, but
A marriage
Notice
vow
that
says
everything
obey.
she said notice that the things they say when it comes to submissive are automatically negative and conflated. What does it mean to actually have to prepare a meal for your man every day? Well, you got to eat 2 or 3 times a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Understand, these are the same women who would talk about they wanted children, but you got no problem. Who gonna cook for the kids? See, when I first started getting hip to this woman is my age, and when I first started getting hip to this was in the late '80s on a college campus, and we used to have these relationship seminars, and we heard these women like her standing up all the time talking about how they ain't gonna submit to no man and do this and don't do that, and they want this modern 50-50 relationship. And I remember standing up in 1989 and saying, "Got a question? Okay, in this modern 50-50 power couple relationship, do you ladies want children?" And across the board, yes, 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 yes.
Everyone wants children. Yes.
I asked one question, like I always do, shut the whole piece down. Well, if you ain't gonna cook for them, who is? Cricket ass quiet.
Yeah.
Because all they had ever associated cooking with is subordinate to a man. Like you got to cook over a camp, like you got to go chop wood and make a campfire and cook.
That was golden when he said that. I was like, it's not like when we're asking a woman to cook a meal for us. When you're asking a woman to cook a meal for you, it's not like we're telling you, "Hey, get the fuck out of the house, go and chop some wood." Go and, the way he explains it was just amazing. We're not telling you go out there, chop some wood, go and hunt the animal down, skin the animal, then bring the meat and then chop the meat up and then wash it. And then we're not telling you to do like preparing a meal in 2023. I go downstairs and prepare a meal within 5-10 minutes. Freaking hell, you can't. You're living in a house where we've got you the fridge, we've got you the cooker, you're living with electricity, your gas. We're living in the modern age. You can't freaking go down and cook a goddamn meal.
For a man on a pot that you made out of metal, you've smelted yourself. Then you gotta crawl across broken glass and give it to your Lord and Savior in a submissive position.
Oh man, this guy! Oh fuck, man! I gotta play that again, man.
And make a campfire.
Wait, let's go back. Hold on.
Over a camp cooking with is as quiet. Because all they had ever associated cooking with is subordinate to a man. Like you gotta cook over a camp, like you gotta go chop wood and make a campfire and cook for a man on a pot that you made out of metal. You've smelted yourself. Then you gotta crawl across broken glass and give it to your Lord and Savior in a submissive position. This is the result of baby boomers and single mothers. My mother's generation birthed this. And this is what so many men my age have rejected. Think about this is what it is at 50. Can you imagine what she was like at 20?
20. Shit.
If Vivica Fox and all them other cocktails and queens and Lonnie Loves are still like this at 50, You can only imagine what some of the brothers were saying back then. And here is the problem. These women have no idea what working with a man looks like.
Shit.
Are people really doing that these days? It's like, I respect you and I will honor you, but I think the obeying submissiveness is out for me.
I think it's so weird when people try to use the Bible for these sorts of things. I think that gets really weird. Obviously, you know, the Bible was written in a different time, a completely different, literally, there's parts in the Bible that literally say that you should stone somebody if they eat shrimp in Leviticus. Like,
Conversation over. Anytime you hear a fool say something like that, say check, please. You're dealing with
Check,
somebody
please. I'm outta
who
here.
is in malafide. Bad faith argument. She is not operating in good faith. You want to go to talk about shrimp and stoning people.
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk to you anymore because you're not trying to be reasonable. Think about it. Now, this woman is supposed to be married, but that's the best you could do? The best you could do. Now, understand, all that men are asking today is for cooperation. And the men you say you want, you know, this is them. This is why these women end up as single mothers or with beta males. Because driven, competitive, successful, productive men, we're not going to negotiate this with you. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. Because I only deal with a certain caliber of woman. Guys like myself only deal with a certain caliber of woman. And dudes like myself got plenty of women trying to get around us. And those women have their fair share of men trying to get around them. It is a choice for these two to be together. Now, what you have are some uncompetitive women trying to make the best choice out of poor choices because off the rip, who would want to get with Garcelle Beauvais or Lonnie Love? I mean, given the alternative of the two, Garcelle is more visually appealing, but her attitude is just as stank.
we have to recognize
Or not color
what that
your
means
hair.
Into,
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, there's literally really extreme things that are said. I think God also gives us wisdom, and I think that there are also other parts of the Bible that recognize how important and how essential a woman is to the world and to a marriage, and it speaks on equality. Like for me, I just feel like the concept of being me submissive to my husband, but what is he not submissive to me as well? I think for me, I think that's what give and take in a relationship is about. It's about compromise and.
Look at his
Feel
face.
sorry for you, bro. Feel sorry for you, bro. Your woman just got on camera and said, "Hey, the Bible says we're equals, and you submit to me, and I submit to my." All out of context. Can you imagine what it would be like if that dude going into the barbershop after this bit aired? You basically just took your husband's gonads and put them in your purse. Because anytime he goes around anybody else, I'm gonna be like, damn, son, that's what you married to? And don't let her be the breadwinner, which my gut says she probably is. I don't know. But all bad. This is why I say do what you want, guys. Do that 50-50 stuff if you want to.
That's what you're gonna end up with.
Stop smiling when you see that picture, Jeannie.
No, it's so
was
cute.
like,
Why?
but I feel
I love it.
like this just takes us backwards, you guys. As women, we fought so hard to be equal and viewed equal in our relationships, in our workplaces, and the concept of being submissive has a negative connotation to it. I think when they're talking about her being a boss and obviously having this incredible position that she may be taking, guys, there are people who are bosses in their workplace and then they want to come home and let their husband lead. That again is their choice. That is not them being submissive.
Right.
That is them
That's what I'm
choosing.
talking about. It's about the
that's what they
couple's
want.
decision.
It's a difference.
Right.
That's right.
No, you know what the thing is that what works for a couple works for a couple. I can't.
Shut the fuck up, Lonnie Love. I've been wanting to say that for a minute. Shut up. I and men like myself absolutely don't care what your swole up ass has to say about anything.
Oh man, this guy's a beast, man. Shit.
You, in my opinion, you and women that have your attitude are enemies to women, black women in particular. You are my enemy when it comes to dealing with black women.
Oh man, this dude. Oh, this dude. All right. I don't know, Sab. Do you want to say anything? Do you want to say any comments? I mean, there's a lot of this guy has a lot of content. I mean, a lot, like thousands of hours of content. The thing is, he has very long sessions. He has very long sessions. So you take some time to really get to, like, explore the content that he's put out there. But obviously some sessions are like really long and you have to really sit down and watch the guy closely. But I was like, I was just free today and I was like, let me just sit down and just check out what this guy's talking about. But man, this dude is a beast, man. Freaking beast. But anyway, I was like, let me just give this guy some tribute today and just and just show some of his content. And that's about it, man. There are other clips, but I haven't like bookmarked them and stuff. But yeah, it is what it is, guys. Man, crazy stuff, man. Crazy world that we live in. I don't know, man. What is the future? What's the future gonna hold? What is the state of relationships these days, man? What is the world coming to? How did we get here, man? Yes, we wanted to empower women. We wanted them to feel like, they have control. It's not even some, they have a lot of control actually. But I don't know, man. Is it that the power has gone to their head now? We want to be in charge of everything. We want to be equals, but we only want to embrace the positive, like the benefits of the equality, I guess you can say. I don't know, man. And yeah, normally when you embrace some kind of culture or you embrace some kind of equality, I guess you can say, it comes with good and bad. There's the pros and cons of something that you adapt. If you follow a religion, there's pros and cons. There are things that you don't have to do and there are things that you have to do. But I feel like when women say we want equality, they only want the good things. But then the negative parts is like, yeah, we'll just push that under the rug. I don't know, man. There's a lot to think about. There's a lot to take in. But I feel like the way Kevin had, portrayed some of these ideas and the way he just talked about them was just amazing. And I was like, let's just give a shout out to this guy. Well, anyway, that's it about. I don't really have anything else to say. Sab, I know we were supposed to have our session today, but okay, in all fairness, I was also kind of like, not really feeling it as much. Didn't really want to get up early on a Sunday, man. It's a freaking Sunday, man. You want to just chill out, listen to some music, just work on some, just where's the beat here? That's all I wanted to do, All right. Let's call it a session.
Chill Out Records.
What killed the buzz for me was to go to work in the morning. Yes. Okay. Yeah. You had something in the morning to do. Yeah, that's true, by the way. I don't know. For me, I just felt lazy because I'd stepped out to go watch the movie yesterday. The Guardians of the Galaxy was such a freaking massive disappointment. Oh my God. It was such a freaking disappointment. And it kind of reminded me why I didn't watch the first one that came out. It was just, I wasn't feeling it. I'm not gonna give any spoilers for those people who haven't watched it yet. But man, what a freaking. See you later on the personal walls. Okay. Let's just do that. Yeah. Yeah. Let's call it a session. It has been a good session. Okay. Let's end the session now.